I think we got an interesting situation at 85 and 205. Not that you're going to fight 85, but the 85 champ is Anderson Silva. I think they're really going to be looking for people to step up and fight these guys because that was, hey, credit for two Forrest for stepping up, and he tried.
For sure.
Wow, that was impressive. Or maybe it wasn't impressive. Did Forrest make it easy for him?
Forrest is never an easy fight, regardless of what happens or what was going on. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's MMA. MMA is a bitch. You know what I mean? Sometimes she shows her true colors and will just put you in your place, man. I did not expect the fight to go that way. I'm pretty sure Forrest didn't expect the fight to go that way. Anderson didn't expect the fight to go that way. But it did, and it looked good.
I was going to ask you, have you ever had a fight? Because the way I'm watching it from the outside is literally, I think Forrest got to a point about 90 seconds in. He's like, I can't see the punches coming. I can't catch him, and I can't see him coming. Have you ever been in a situation like that where you're on that? Because, I mean, that's got to be, you talk about mentally just breaking you.
Yeah. I can only imagine. I've seen it before with Roy Jones Jr., Sweet Pea Whitaker.
You know what I saw in person? The worst time I saw it was Diego Corrales, who's passed away since, but against Floyd Mayweather, you could see him in the ring like, I can't see the punches and I can't hit him.
I could see how that's depressing, man. Like, you can't, that will mentally break you. Not even physically, you know, somebody just pushes you so hard you break. If you just can't hit the person and the person just keeps touching you and you don't know where it's coming from, I can see how that would kill you on the inside and out, you know. It's going to drain your heart, it's going to drain your mind, and your body's just going to follow.
But do you think there are guys out there, probably including yourself, who can match not only Silva, because I give Silva more credit because he's done it consistently now for 11 fights, and Machida, but there are guys out there, right? Because sometimes what happens with the MMA fans are like, no one can beat these guys. I don't know if that's the case. I think there are people out there who think they can beat them.
Yeah, of course, man. We wouldn't be MMA fighters if we didn't think we could beat a certain person, you know? It was like, oh, I can beat all these guys except for this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy. It's like, come on, man. You shouldn't be fighting then. You should be able to think that you can beat everybody. Whether it's realistic or not, your coaches should decide, you know? His style, man, it's sick. I mean, he finds your rhythm, dances to it, and picks you apart at it, you know? Like Forrest said in his interview, you know, somebody's going to beat Anderson one day and say, oh, that's all you had to do? How about you be the guy to figure out what that one thing all you had to do was? I'm not going to put myself on the same level as Anderson. I would never say that just because, like you said, Anderson been destroying people for a long time. It would be a pleasure to fight him, though, for sure. Yeah. I'm not picking a fight with Anderson by any means, but when I watched that fight, I was like, Jesus, that's how you'll find out where you're at. Go fight Anderson and you'll find out whether you're here, or somewhere in the middle, you know? You'll find out quick.
You have a lot of boxing training, too. I've said consistently for like the last year, tell me if I'm way off base or I need to change this a little bit. I still don't think that Anderson could box Roy Jones and be competitive in a boxing match. That's how good Roy Jones is, even at 40.
I don't think so either. I mean, Anderson's the man at MMA, and it's not I train with pro boxers, and I'm always good for the first round. I can hang with pro boxers first round. Yeah. Until they get that swagger on. They start getting that swagger. And they just punch different, man. They punch different than MMA guys do. It doesn't matter which MMA guy you're talking about. There's some MMA guys who started pro boxing and now fight MMA, you know? And they're still getting knocked out and getting dropped. But they never got to Roy Jones' level. There's a different level, you know what I mean? Anderson probably take out, I'll say maybe 75, 80% of the boxers that are out there right now. Okay. Even the top level guys. We talking about Roy Jones, one of the elite, you know? Even though he's aged right now, Roy Jones the first person to put one hand and the other hand behind him during a match, move his head.
I got to tell you, Anderson looked like that a little bit against Forrest.
Against Forrest. Wow, he moved before the punch came. He moved here, the punch came, then he moved over here, and then the punch came over there. I was like, what the hell? But yeah, that's what he looked like. But that's Roy Jones during a boxing match. I think it was a title fight, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. And he stuck his face forward like this.
Still couldn't do it.
Still couldn't get hit. So, I don't know. I'd love to see the fight. Roy Jones versus Anderson Silva would be badass. But it's a boxing match, man. First and second round might be good. But then after that, if Roy Jones gets his swagger back, don't know.
And let's say the same goes the other way. If Anderson can kick or clinch, forget about it.
For Roy Jones, yeah. If he could clinch and kick Roy Jones, it's over. Roy Jones had never kicked in his leg before. He might fall apart after one or two.
Yeah. I know when Ray Mercer dealt with that and he just beat Sylvia, but there was a fight, I think in K1, where he got kicked once and he was like, that's it. He's like, I'm done. Hey, let's close on this. We've got a lot of high-profile guys at 205. Yeah. Obviously, you'd like a big fight against one of those guys. Liddell may come back. I'm sure that would be a great fight for you. Tito Ortiz is back. Do you think the politics of UFC would allow someone like a Brandon Vera, who, right now you're kind of a mid-level guy at 205, to get a fight against Tito? What do you think? You think they would keep him away from you?
They have to, unless they want that boy to lose. They have to. Come in mid-level guy if you want. If you sign on the dotted line, I'm going to whoop your ass. That's
you know what I mean? Is that an insult to say, you could be in the 5 to 9 range at 205 in UFC?
Nah, the range is so deep. Any given day, the top 10 could be champ, especially right now in 205 division.
And they are matching him up against Mark Coleman, which I think will be somewhat interesting because they're legends. But
yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Tito Ortiz, his name still sells tickets.
Oh, if you're in there with him, believe me, you're going to make money.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you fighting Tito Ortiz, you're going to make some cake, so you'll be all right. But I don't think I'll be fighting Tito. I don't think his career path right now will allow him to fight me right now anytime soon.